to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. God's act.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Tyler and welcome back to another Call of Duty gameplay commentary. In today's video I have a brand new life story and you guys are probably watching some Modern Warfare 2 or IW4X gameplay in the background. But as I was saying, I have a brand new life story for you guys, one that I know you guys would love to hear. Because it seems like you guys always really enjoy the stories I share from when I was in boarding school smoking weed with my teacher. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys can guess by the title of it, I'm going to be telling you guys the story of the time my teacher ended up catching me smoking weed. So this story takes place in the end of my 10th grade year. And at the time I was staying at this boarding school where I was literally the only student who was staying there overnight. So it was just me and my one dorm leader and my teacher, and we were the only ones staying actually overnight at the boarding school. But the school itself did have more students than just me. Like, other students came during the day, they just wouldn't stay there overnight. So during this point I was staying at the boarding school for about a week or two now. I wasn't there for very long. And during the day when I would leave campus to go to like the actual school building where we would have our teachers and like learn and stuff, one of the other students who was there ended up giving me some weed, or I'd ended up buying some weed off of him. I don't particularly remember if I bought it or he just gave it to me, but it wasn't like a lot of weed or anything like that. It was maybe like a 0.3. So anyways, I had taken this little bit of weed back home with me to my dorm room with my dorm teacher. And my dorm teacher I had there, he smoked cigarettes, so I knew that he had cigarettes. And at the time, I personally didn't have any like rolling papers or a bowl or anything to smoke this weed out of that I had acquired. So I ended up hanging on to it for a couple days until the weekend came around. And over the few days that I was hanging on to it at the dorm house, I ended up acquiring a cigarette from my dorm teacher. You know, obviously he didn't give it to me, but I just kind of like snuck into his room and snagged it one day. So what I had ended up doing with this cigarette was kind of just rolling it a little bit gently so that I didn't tear the paper, but I ended up working the tobacco out of it slowly. So I ended up getting like 3/4 of the tobacco out of it, and I ended up just leaving like a little bit left because the paper was really flimsy and I felt like it would break while I was trying to put the weed into it. So the next thing I ended up doing was kind of just breaking up the weed and then taking like a pencil and just slowly, carefully jamming it into the cigarette in the open part where I'd taken the tobacco out. So I ended up breaking up all the weed and putting it in there, and it wasn't enough to fill the whole thing, so I just tore off what was left of the paper. But after I finished up preparing this like cigarette joint thing, I ended up just hiding it in my dresser drawer for a couple hours until my dorm leader ended up falling asleep taking a nap, and I found a chance to go outside and actually end up smoking. So what I had ended up doing was writing my teacher a note saying that I was outside playing basketball because we had a basketball hoop there. And my initial plan was I was going to bring the basketball outside and I would just hurry up and go smoke this like cigarette joint thing around the back of the shed where the basketball hoop was, and then afterwards just play basketball and act like I wasn't doing anything. So I ended up waiting for my teacher to fall asleep, and after he did, I walked outside of the house and like went out to play basketball. So I hurry up and get outside and immediately go straight behind the shed, leaving the basketball in the driveway. And so I get behind the shed and just light up this like cigarette joint thing. And I guess I had waited too long into my teacher's nap that he ended up waking up like halfway through it. So I was on the other side of the shed just smoking this half cigarette, half joint. So I guess he ended up seeing the note and then looking outside and seeing that I wasn't there, just seeing the basketball there. So my teacher comes outside and I'm on the other side of the shed just smoking the cigarette joint thing. And I didn't hear him come outside or anything like that. So I was just standing on the other side of the shed just minding my own business smoking this joint, and the next thing I know I ended up hearing some footsteps right behind me. And as soon as I turned around, my teacher was coming right around the corner. And as soon as I saw him, I instantly just panicked and had no idea what to do, so I just dropped the like half cigarette, half joint even though it was only halfway done. And my teacher just looks at me and goes, "I could smell you from a mile away." And I looked at him with like probably the most terrifying face, and I just go, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "I know that wasn't just the cigarette. I could smell that weed from all the way the minute I opened up the door to the house." And so right then I instantly knew I was fucked, or so I thought. And so he calls me over to him and I head over there and he just goes, "I'm not gonna tell anybody, don't worry about that." He continued to say, "You know, it seems like you have enough shit going on here and enough shit going on right now that you really shouldn't even be here at the moment." Because the boarding school I was at, it wasn't like your average boarding school. I've explained this before in other videos, but it was like some stupid ass little school that was for people who were like smoking weed and like doing things like that, you know, just doing bad shit, but like in reality a lot more worse shit than what I was doing. Like the kid who I had ended up getting the weed from, he was there for like stealing cars and like doing fucking crazy shit. So my teacher was like really sympathizing with me, or my dorm leader, he was really sympathizing with me, I guess. He just was like, "Yeah, you really shouldn't be here, to be honest, because all I did was smoke weed." And later down the line while I was there, I ended up finding out that he smoked weed too, only like a week later. I have another story about that on my channel as well if you guys want to see it. I guess I'll go ahead and link that down below in the description. And if you guys enjoyed today's video or life story at any point, please be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel and enjoy content like this or other life stories and things similar to this, then be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. You know it always means a lot to me. But anyways, you guys are the fucking homies. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.
I got more keys than Alicia. These niggas be talking police. 12. I took your hoe and released her. I used to trap out a Regal. 200,000 on my wrist. I thought it all was a fantasy. 200,000 on my wrist. vanish. 200,000 on my wrist.